Many corporate leaders say the standoff is bad for business. More than a dozen CEOs have lobbied President Obama and congressional leaders in the past 3 months. Larry Fink is the chairman and CEO of BlackRock Incorporated. It is the world's largest asset manager representing individuals, 401ks, and pension funds. Welcome. So how much money, just so we understand what BlackRock is about, do you have under management?
We manage approximately $4 trillion. But
$4 trillion.
Yes.
Wow. With a T.
It's not our money, it's all our clients' money, and we're the largest manager of school teachers and firemen and policemen. And so I try to make sure that everybody understands if we do a poor job for that school teacher or fireman, we're not doing our job. So I don't try to emphasize a large number, I try to emphasize the need of helping every individual.
Did you meet with the president?
Not recently,
Okay.
not this weekend.
Can you tell me why it is that some people doubt how significant the failure to meet the deadline and a default by this government is?
Well, Charlie, first of all, the narrative is all wrong. We are a principled nation. We built this country on principles of standing by your word. We're a model of democracy. You know, we are trying to help other countries begin their journey towards democracy. And we're showing that democracy is not working as well as it should be. And so just the narrative of not paying our bills is bad enough. It's like somebody going to the bank after having a car loan or a mortgage loan and going to the bank and saying, I'm not going to pay you. Now, do you think the next time you're going to need a loan, that bank is going to give you that money? And so we are a country that is very dependent. About 25% of our debt is dependent on foreign sales. And so China and Japan are principally large owners. What I worry about is that narrative is going to harm us long term.
You know, many lawmakers on Capitol Hill actually said today, we're going to wait to see what Wall Street does today about whether they're going to act next.
You know, but that's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to run out of money the 17th or 18th. I mean, they just put a target, and now with the government shutdown for 14 days, the reality is there may be a little wiggle room, but the problem is this narrative is just purely unacceptable. And obviously, if we do default, this probably will be much larger than Lehman Brothers, in that even municipalities, when they buy back their debt, they do this through, we call it defeasing. They're buying back treasuries to back it. When we are doing some type of borrowing, sometimes it's collateralized by governments. And so the whole foundation of the financial system is based on the backing of U.S. treasuries. And so it's not as obvious for most people. But in addition, most banks' balance sheets are bonds.
But isn't there a disadvantage? All the solutions we keep hearing are short-term solutions. Isn't there, Larry, even a disadvantage to talking about a short-term solution?
Well, I've lobbied quite hard this weekend. I was in Washington until Saturday night. That a short-term solution, as suggested, a 6-week solution, is just unacceptable. In that, A, I don't think we would have a resolution on how to work this out. B, we're going into the holiday season,
yes.
And everybody I know is going to defer their decisions. And we have to understand, we know that individuals do defer their decisions, and they're going to wait until to see how this plays out. The bigger issue is CEOs. CEOs are not going to invest in those jobs. They're not going to invest in plant and equipment. They're going to hold back. And so here we are. We have a very, unquestionably poor job economy, and we're only going to make it worse.
You know, 3/4 of the economy is controlled by consumer confidence.
Yes.
And I talked to somebody who owns, real estate companies, and said he can see all the retailers that it's already dipping right before the holiday season because people are worried. How is this going to affect their 401ks? How will it affect their pensions?
As they should. I mean, I think Washington forgets the notion of confidence, and they are not exhibiting confidence.
Okay, quickly, should the Senate have insisted on an end to sequestration if, in fact, they could have had a deal that would have meant there would be no default?
There's no question that sequestration is having a huge impact on job creation right now. And so we need to, this is why I'm suggesting a longer term workout. So maybe it's a 9-month type of workout, and where we could
But do we have time to argue over that now?
No, we don't have time. We should just we should set out the debt ceiling out 9 months and use that time to work on tax
all these other
strategies.
issues.
Absolutely.
Larry Fink, great to see you. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
You have some work to do.
I do.
Yes.